this is bad. Our friend Ed died.
Yes.
And Ed Connolly worked here, I guess, a little over a year ago, and that's how we really met him.
That's correct, yeah.
I told Ed, he was my first stalker, Ed Connolly. Ed Connolly loved talk radio. He found our show.
He loved soap operas.
He loved soap operas.
Yeah.
He loved people. But he sort of stalked Kevin and me. More me, because I'm nicer.
Yeah,
and he
that's
begged.
probably true.
And he begged. And I didn't realize that all he wanted to do in his life, the greatest thing for him would be to be on radio. So we got him a job on radio. And he ran the board. And he talked on the radio. And then all of a sudden, we were both from Long Island. People from Long Island would call the show. And I think everybody really enjoyed him on the show. So about a month ago, Ed, through our wonderful medical care system, complained about back pain and stomach pain, and the doctors at a certain regional hospital said, there's nothing wrong with you. Here's painkillers. And he went back to the emergency room. There's nothing wrong with you. Here are some painkillers. Third time was the charm. They said, something's wrong with you. He had what's called Burkitt's lymphoma, which is very rare. It's the worst kind of cancer you can get. And it killed him within a month.
Oh, within just a few weeks.
Couple of weeks.
It happened so fast.
we had lunch at Trio like a month and a half ago. And Ed was delightful. He's going to be missed. He was on hospice care. Thank you, everybody that helped. A lot of people gave money, sent prayers. I had cards I read to him that listeners sent in. And so it's tough. He just died yesterday at 4:20. He died in his sleep.
It's really, really sad.
That was a good thing because he was in pain a little bit at the end, I heard. And his husband, Kedrick, I said your name right, because if you put an N in there, you get slapped. Kedrick was in bed with him. They were sleeping together in a hospital bed in the living room when Ed passed. And, I mean, so many people. I mean, he had people come from Denver. He had people drive here from Sacramento. He
impacted a lot of people's lives.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know.
And what I remember about him was I told Kevin many times, Ed used to have a little scooter. I said, don't stand in front of the scooter. He's going to run you over. He wants your job. He was Eve Harrington to Kevin. Wasn't that was a compliment to you, Kevin?
Absolutely. No, I totally took it that way. And I loved Ed. He was just the nicest and sweetest guy. I mean, it's just all really, really sad.
Yeah, and I would be here at work, and he would come in 5:15, but clockwork, 5:15, and he would go into Kevin's desk, because God forbid Kevin would be here, and he would put down his Starbucks coffee and say, okay, boss, what's on today's show? And that he was a news junkie. More so than anybody. I mean, news.
He was a huge news junkie. He knew everything that was going on.
And he would just say to me, so, boss, is this on the show today? You have this story? You have this story? Someone kept me on my toes. It was like, oh, my, I got to show this guy that, I could do this. But way too soon, 46 years old, and it's just a shame. And he's going to have a memorial. When he left here, he would leave here at 9 o'clock. That's why most people in the building never even met him.
Right.
He would leave at 9 o'clock to go to his job at the Four Seasons, which is over 55 living facility, and he was like the head yenta at the front desk.
Yeah.
And all those people
and they all
were
loved
upset.
him.
They all loved him. So the memorial's going to be there, and I'll tell you, where and when. And this is Ed. I was with him about a week ago, and he was in the hospital bed in his living room, and he said he was planning his memorial. And he has it planned. Every picture that you're going to see, everything that happens, he planned. And that was him. I mean, he ran everything. So, and we send our condolences to Kedrick and his family, and so it's a sad day, but we're going to make a happy show.
I think it makes very, very good sense that he passed away at 4:20.
Well, I never thought of that. Yeah.
It totally makes sense.
Yeah, and he was fun. Do you know that
God, he was so much fun.
He and Kedrick went on 18 Atlantis cruises.
They loved those cruises, that's for sure.
18 cruises. I mean, it's unbelievable. And people that came to the house to see him, they knew him from the cruises.
Yeah.
They were all like addicted to Atlantis cruises. So today on the show, this is important, and I think I could say...